It's very hard to hit against those guys, so we'll see how they do today against this Team Korea.
Korea will see this starting lineup head to the batter's box as Chung-Hun Lee will lead things off. He is the center fielder. Ji-Hwan Park is that really exciting shortstop prospect. He's in the cleanup spot. Yo-Ye Lee, one of just 3 juniors on this team, one of the younger guys on this roster. He's out of the 6 hole, and Jun-Won Yun is in the 9 hole in right field. And
straight up, easy play for the second baseman.
Defensively, you saw Korea's starting 8 in support of Hwang today. Yo-Ye Lee, that young talented catcher, is back in behind the plate. He was actually the bullpen catcher for
center fielder, number 53, Lee Chung-hun. Right fielder, number 37, Yong Jun-Woon. The catcher, number 22, Lee Yu-Ye. 以及今日的先发投手 starting pitcher, number 50,
of this World Cup for the U.S., which feels like a long time ago now.
Yeah, we're going to get a second look at this left-handed pitcher. And so far from his stat, he looked like he's been having himself a pretty good tournament.
Ethan Schiefelbein got the nod on that first night.
I can't complain about this weather right now, right here.
Hopefully that stays 10 kilometers west of us as a bouncing ball out to short. Will turn into the first out of this game as Manny Marin slings it across. And Chung-Hun
left on left could be very tough for the Korean hitter.
Goes back to it right there, and he gets a swinging and missing strike 3 for out number 2. Schiefelbein trying to finish him off on the 16th pitch of this inning, and does so with a foul tip into the glove. And 2 due to the plate out of the top third of the order for the United States today. And getting the nod against Junso Hwang, who gets the 2-0 pop out to shallow right, where it's pulled in by pull 1.5 games ahead of the U.S. And a liner over to first, a leaping grab over there by Dong Gun-yo. 2 gone.
First baseman to make a leaping catch.
Man, that is a great play by Dong Gun-yo. Talked a little bit about this yesterday. Your results against the 2 teams that you played in the opening round, who also made the super round, carry over. These 2 teams, part of that 1 and 2 group coming into the day today, and they each getting things started here in the top of 2 as Ethan Schiefelbein from the United States gets a pop-up to shallow center. Coming in is Derek Curiel, 1 up and 1 down.
This looks to be a changeup from Schiefelbein, but the hitter just Japan are looking really good right now, but they still have their own business to taking care of.
Ground ball right side, ranging over to his left. Coy James will get there. Nice job by P.J. Morlando, went after that ball, and then you know that somebody's going to be able to get to a ball that you probably can. As this one stung off the glove of Carter Johnson, and that will be a 2-out base runner for Korea, the first of the game. That thing was ripped.
Not come on with that. And noted on that play, shortstop Mariner winning over and try to make a bare hand travel and wake up early to make up that game in a different site.
Pop up to second. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit more here in the bottom half of this inning. Is lost that first game 8-1. 0-2 pitch on the way to Morlando is swung on and missed. That one dug out and fired to first for out number 1 by Yo-Ye Lee.
Already beaten by Japan and Chinese Taipei, so if we go into like a 3-way tie, they will be behind those 2 teams. However, Netherlands, they beaten Japan, and if they will want tonight, they get a chance.
The 2 teams in front of them.
Right.
And a shot through the left side as Nolan Traeger doesn't wait on anything. He goes hunting the first pitch and notches his second base hit of the World Cup. It's first and second. 2-1, grounded right side. That'll scoot through for a base hit. Rounding third base, here comes Coy James. Up with it is Jan. He'll hold James at third. And the bases are loaded with 1 out now for Carter Johnson. Loaded spot with 1 gone. That's what he's trying to do here, the 1-2 pitch. And not this at bat. Called strike 3. Here's a Marin trying to break through for the U.S. 2-2 pitch is lifted in the air, well struck towards center, but playable. As Chung-Hun Lee is there, and he'll put it away for the final out of the inning. No runs on 2 hits. The U.S. leaves the base. Going. Lee is one of those types of bats in this Korea lineup. 3 hits in 17 trips, and it looks like it'll be 3 in 18 as he flies out here to Bryce Rayner. Leadoff man is gone for the 3rd straight inning. A couple of doubles for him. drives this one in the air toward foul ground, first base side, long run and in foul territory. Nice play by PJ Morlando running that thing down. Pitchers. 1-2 coming. Grounded over to third. A chance here for Carter Johnson. The error charged to him last inning. No such trouble here. 5-3 put out will retire the side in the third. We're headed to the bottom of the third inning, still scoreless. As we go into the bottom half of the third inning, it's back to the top of the order, and Connor Griffin serves a shallow fly ball into right field, and Shimon Yan is there to haul it in. 1 up and 1 down on 1 pitch. Wong comes home and freezes him on the 1-2. That is a gorgeous pitch. U.S. That ended the first inning, and they'll swing and chop this one out too short, where it's gobbled up there by Ji-Hwan Park, and he retires the side. 3 up, 3 down goes the top third of the U.S. order in the third. We're going to the fourth. A perfect game in 5 innings. That was the one bummer about the run rule victory, as An Suk Jung goes through the right side. He's got the first hit of the day. Dong Gun Yo lays the bunt down over to third. Fielded on a big hop there by Carter Johnson, and a textbook sacrifice. We get halfway there and think, wait a minute, I got to go celebrate with Verdugo now.
Yeah, this is way bigger.
Bouncing ball back past Schiefelbein, grounded to second, and Coy James will have the play. That'll advance Jung to third, so Park is gone.
Andrew strides on it, goes away, but he was able to take that.
3-2. Lace back up off the glove of Schiefelbein to short. Tough play for Manny Marin. He won't be able to make it, and the run scores. Schiefelbein very nearly caught that just in the instinctive reaction.
Granted by the home plate umpire, I think he's a little bit too late.
And look at how fast that gets back to the mound in slow motion. Unloaded as quickly as possible, and now picked off between first and second. Hyunmin Cho is going to be run down by the fleet-footed PJ Morlando, and that retires the side. But not before the RBI infield single gets Korea on the board. And as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning, they've got a 1-0 lead over the U.S. Here comes a 1-2 on the way to Morlando, and a swing and a fly ball the other way. Should be an easy play out there for Sungmin Lee. 1 up potentially, as that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Coming to a U18 Baseball World Cup. And
they normally wouldn't.
1-0 pitch. Foul ground, third base side. This is going to be playable over there for Hyunmin Cho, and the United States has gone in order for the third time in 4 innings today. We will head to the top half of the fifth. You're taking a 4-minute break after the fourth inning, so it's something new for these guys. And the ground ball left side is picked over there on the back end by Manny Marin. Long throw on the jump, and he wears number 2 for a reason. The Jeter-esque play from deep in the hole for out number 1 in the fifth.
By Marin, he backhanded and did the Jeter leap and made a strong throw to first base. A long throw.
Man, oh man.
And that's as close to Jeter as he gets.
In the order. Bounces another one that direction. Diving stab by Marin this time. His throw to first is not going to beat. Man, it was almost in time. Holy cow, I thought Sung Jun Lee, and he's on with the infield single.
Well, just by getting to that ball was just simply incredible, and he made that throw one hot to the first baseman, almost nailed the hitter. But I think the hitter was about to Schiefelbein to go to move to first base.
He's not moving, and that is a called strike 3. Here comes a 2-2. Swing and a miss as he gets Yan, and that will retire. As he let that pitch go. Here comes a 2-2 on the way, and that's grounded left side. 6-3. Rayner is put out number 1.
Hitter got jammed, and this one
championship final back in 2017, I believe, is a shot toward right center field. That'll get him for a base hit. Carter Johnson has himself a 1-out knock. Just his second. 1-0 on the way to Manny Marin. Might have broken his bat. A fly ball toward right that will settle into the glove of Jung-Won Yan. Connor Griffin out of the top spot in the lineup, shoots one to right field. That'll get in for a base hit. Cut off out there quickly by Jung-Won Yan, and he will hustle it back in to hold Carter Johnson at second. But 2 hits in the inning for the second time today for the U.S., which had 2-2. Pitch on the way, and Curiel ropes it. First base side, that's fair down the line. Rounding third base, here comes Carter Johnson. He will score. Around third behind him, Connor Griffin on his way to the plate. It is a 2-out, 2-run double, and the United States is into the lead for the first time tonight. It's 2-1.
Just miss it, and with 2 outs, 2 runners will score easily. Good piece of hitting by Curiel. What a clutch hit.
Wow. Derek Curiel coming through in the biggest spot potentially of this World Cup for his team. Hated to say, man, it looks as though something is firing this team up as Curiel's off from second and a head first slide into third. He's there safely. But it really did feel like, oh, something's
don't chase as much.
3-2. Ball 4. It's first and third with 2 gone for PJ Morlando.
Yeah, just talking about how Team USA
In at first, and he's immediately off and running, and he's immediately into second base with a steal. Wow. So it's second and third now. And trying to deliver Derek Curiel and Bryce Clavon, and he lines one back up the middle, past the dive of An-Suk Jong and on into center. It's a 2-run single for PJ Morlando, a 4-run inning for the U.S., and a 4-1 lead in the bottom of the 5th. And we are going to see a pitching change here as the day has come to a close for Junso Hwang, the probable first overall pick in the KBO draft next week. Outstanding through 4 innings, but things fall apart here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll step aside for a timeout and tell you about Korea's new arm when we return. 4-1, U.S. leads it in the 5th. Junso Hwang as we move along in the bottom half of the 5th inning. The United States mounting a rally with 2 outs in this inning to plate 4 runs and swing around a 1-0 deficit to a 4-1 lead. The U.S. with a 4 spot trying to add to it. Runners off, throw down to second base is in time to get PJ Morlando, and that will bring the inning to a close. Yulye Lee is able to cut him down at on this international baseball journey. We'll be off to Miyoshi City in Japan for the Women's Baseball World Cup Group B play as a throw over to first there on the bouncing ball off the bat.
He was trying to throw this one as hard as he can, and that ball just sailed from him.
Yeah, just released that a millisecond too quickly. So leadoff man aboard for Korea.
I think that might be a good honeymoon spot.
It would have been a great honeymoon spot.
Is it happening being Cancun or something?
Ground ball right side, that's through for a base hit. An-Suk Jung comes through with a knock, his second of the day, and immediately Korea bouncing right back. They will bring the tying run to the plate here in the top today. But obviously waiting around for a while in the bottom of the 5th. We'll see if Michael Kadire decides to go to the bullpen. He will. He will signal for a new arm into this game, and Ethan Schiefelbein will head off toward that third base day for the young lefty from Corona, California. And Dong-Yun Yo ducking out of the way of it, and Dong-Yun took it for a strike as it came back in over the inside corner. That thing had some nasty movement to it, and it is 0-1. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. A check swing, and that thing fooling Yo. A dastardly kind of pitch. And
how could you possibly think that if you're the hitter?
Not only that, but there was an appeal to first base, and he was rung up.
He went 3/4 and a half.
And actually, maybe there was not an appeal. Maybe he was just called out by Chase Hsu, the home plate umpire. I mean, that's a very obvious swing.
Right.
For strike 3.
He doesn't. Yeah. It's not necessary to appeal to first base. He know for sure the home plate umpire I'm talking about. Know for sure the batter went. And on that pitch, it clearly went.
An hour away from where I live.
Yeah, I was like, I ask.
Grounded down to third, a backhanded pickup and trying to cut down the run at the plate. The U.S. will momentarily hold everybody, and now the throwback in behind the runner.
Contact, but it's what he did. And when he realized that the ball got beating by a mile, he had to go back. And when he saw the ball bounce into the catcher, I don't know why he stopped, just went back.
And a shot out to Marin at short. Pick and fire, inning over. And the U.S. bounces back from runners at first and second with Korea. 4 2/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned. A walk and 4 strikeouts as that one gets by, and James is going to reach on a strikeout wild pitch for the second time today. Coy James. Bunt down and a good one, first base side. Traeger, that is a perfect sacrifice bunt. And the U.S. with a man at second now and one gone.
For the national team executed was very good, well executed.
Now that scoots away from Yo-Ye Lee, and another wild pitch, which will send Coy James to third base. So James reaching on a wild pitch, strike 3. A swing and a fly ball in the air to left. This will be more than deep enough to score Coy James, who tags at third. The throw to the plate is not in time to get him, and the United States on the sacrifice fly does add that 4th run of the lead.
Haven't seen that in the last 2.
1-2, swung on and missed. 150 kilometers per hour as Taekyung Kim working into the low 90s, blows that one by Carter Johnson. Filthy breaking ball, trying to close out this victory for the United States. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. He dispatches the catcher Yo-Ye Lee on 3 straight to the left side of the infield. Manny Marin very nearly got him on a diving stop deep in the hole. This one similar spot, but it's playable for Carter Johnson. 2 gone.
Yeah, this pitch kind of hung up there and look.
Gregory Alford's 3-2 pitch. In the air, well hit to left. Moving back on it, Bryce Rayner in front of the warning track. He'll put it away, and the United States has rallied for a big-time win to keep some hopes alive for Sunday here in Taiwan. Entertaining baseball game. I mean, those are 2 really good teams. That's the type of thing. We said this after Game 1 between the U.S. and the Netherlands, and after the game between the U.S. and Japan and Chinese Taipei.